just want to give a thumbs up to the China efficiency.
This is pretty huge.
这个猛，这个猛。
This is what happened when we entered the jungle.
It's really worth the trip. Look at that. Alright guys, I'm right here in China-Laos Airport again, and we're going to Kunming again. Exactly the same trip that we took last time to Bangladesh, but this time we're going to a different country, a different city, by a different means of transportation.
By saying different, I mean we'll take the China-Laos Railway and head right to Vientiane, the capital city of Laos.
Right now, I'm going to briefing a little bit about how we're going to enter the Laos. Firstly, use your passport to get this paper, and then they will give you an immigration card, and then you're going to fill in some of the information right here. And that's it. We're good to go to Laos. I bring my own bottle of water, and we're now traveling at a speed of 160 kilometers per hour. It's pretty steady.
Right here, you can see the seats is pretty tight and clean. The space, you can see it's more than 5 or 6 feet, which is pretty spatial. And right down there, you got the charging facilities that can maintain the power of your devices since it's a pretty long trip. Speaking of the trip, there are 8 stations along the route that stretches over 1,000 kilometers. And the journey takes 10.5 hours, including the time spent on going through customs.
Filming is not allowed during we went through the China custom, but I just want to say it only took us like 10 to 15 minutes to walk through all the security checks and China customs, which is pretty quick. Just want to give a thumb up to the China efficiency.
And finally, we arrived.
This is a really, really huge station.
Tasting local food was certainly necessary before we explored this country.
It's a new morning, and I just come to the northern part of Vientiane. As you can see, the surroundings are kind of empty. Nobody's working here, but don't worry. Now the Sichuanese company, along with some other Chinese companies, are trying to working out this logistic distribution center. Once it's done, it will directly connect it to China-Laos Railway. The cargoes will deliver all the minerals and cassavas that are produced here and send them right back to China. Here's our pickup.
Cassavas. Honestly speaking, I had no idea what a cassava looked like, but this time, my eyes were ready to be feasted with a vast land of cassavas. Before we started the engine, I didn't anticipate to see what was coming next.
We're actually crossing a bridge. A wooden bridge.
Alright, we made it. 这个猛，这个猛。After the heavy bumpy road, we finally arrived at the cassava planting zone. It has an area of 4,000 hectares, and each hectare can produce as many as 20 to 25 tons. It's really worth the trip.
If you have no idea what 4,000 hectares means, here it is. Cassava starch is a king of starch. It can also be reprocessed to produce alcohol, food, or even cosmetics. It ranks top 3rd on the list of imported goods from Laos to Sichuan province. Iron ore is another thing that relies heavily on importation from Laos.
I'm at a loading site where these cars will load the minerals from here, get them in the freight, and send them back to China via China-Laos Railway. Look at that! So in just one day, there will be as many as 104 freight of minerals being loaded here and sent to the railway.
铁矿石在老挝本身它是产铁矿石的，然后它的品位非常高。但是呢，在中老铁路开通之前，就是老挝的北部跟中国接壤的部分的一些铁矿能够运回中国。但是老中铁路开通了之后，我们就可以把我们的触角延伸到老挝的腹地，就可以把它们更优质的一些铁矿石资源，然后可以运送到中国。
And I've also been informed that later there will be some vegetables sent from China via the same railway and then sent it to Thailand. And meanwhile, there will be some durians and other fruits that will be sent from Thailand right back to China, taking Laos as a transit country.
Since I was already here, it would be a pity if I didn't go to the railway station to see how the goods from China were actually sent into Laos.
它3个柜，有2个柜是 西兰花，然后有一个贵的话是鲜辣椒。
辣椒不会是四川的吧？可能是吧？
那肯定是四川的。
这个流程很快啊。
对他们现在经过1-2年的一个时间，就一个是提货也好，发货也好，都是特别流畅。
So we just come out of the window box, and according to camera time, it only took like 5 minutes to achieve all the paperwork. Now we can see the railways carrying all the cargoes. They're coming in the station.
好，就现在刚刚进来的话，进来的3个队的话，就是我们这边的一个蔬菜，有2个西兰花和1个辣椒。他这边的话进来之后，就会安排老挝这边的车，把它对卸之后，对卸到车上之后转去泰国。
之后我们会有更多的那个货物进来。
之后的话，像周4的话，我们这边的话会有17个队过来，做清关手续，然后把它放归到泰国那边。然后明天早上的话，就会去到曼谷市场。
My trip in Laos took me only 3 days, 72 hours. Not long enough for me to delve into the local lives though.
谢谢怎么说？Capture.
I was surely educated enough to grasp a somehow full picture of unprecedented relations between China and Laos, especially after the opening of the railway system. In my last hours before the airport, I was blessed to have authentic Sichuan dishes, which reminded me of my next mission to Singapore. Spoiler alert, stay tuned to my vlog.